Did Teyana Taylor just shatter one of hip-hop's power couple dreams right in front of our eyes? Or is this the most calculated betrayal the industry has ever seen? Hold on to your seats, because what we're about to uncover isn't just gossip, it's a full-blown scandal dripping with betrayal, lies, and manipulation. Sources say Teyana Taylor, once adored for her loyalty and poise, didn't just slip. She dived headfirst into a controversial relationship with none other than Brandon Jennings. That's right, while Aaron Pierre, her supposedly ride-or-die partner, stood by her through thick and thin, someone else quietly stepped into the spotlight, and let's just say, the consequences are explosive, but it doesn't stop there. Social media is ablaze. Clips, whispers, and leaked messages suggest a story far messier than fans ever imagined. Was it for love, fame, or something even darker? And just when you think it can't get worse, brace yourself, the drama turns physical, emotional, and downright ruthless. Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain. We're exposing the secrets, the betrayals, and the shocking twists that have left the hip-hop community talking, tweeting, and questioning everything they thought they knew. Teyana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, Brandon Jennings. Who played who? Who came out on top? And who's about to regret it forever? Let's dive in. Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre's relationship was always a headline in the making, the kind of couple you expected to see on magazine covers, glossy spreads, and viral social media threads. The world watched as Aaron stood by Teyana during some of her darkest moments, including her time in prison, which cemented him as the loyal, supportive partner every fan fantasized about. People whispered about their bond, calling it unbreakable. A true love story in the rough world of hip-hop and celebrity drama. But as everyone knows, the higher you climb in this game, the harder the fall. And in 2022, that fall came crashing down like a lightning strike. Whispers started circulating on social media, leaks, screenshots, and unverified messages that hinted at something Teyana was desperately trying to hide. And what came to light was more shocking than anyone could have imagined. Teyana Taylor, the so-called loyal queen, was entangled with Brandon Jennings. Suddenly, the narrative of the supportive, ride-or-die partner was ripped to shreds. Fans couldn't believe it. How could someone so adored, so seemingly grounded, step into a relationship that tore apart trust and loyalty so publicly? Questions ran rampant. Was it a moment of weakness, a carefully planned betrayal, or something in between? Sources close to the couple claim the affair wasn't a fleeting, secretive crush, it had been brewing for months. While Aaron Pierre handled the stress, the legal battles, and the public scrutiny with grace, Teyana allegedly sought excitement elsewhere, turning to Brandon Jennings for reasons only she could fully understand. And when the news broke, it wasn't just about the relationship, it was about power, control, and the optics of betrayal. Teyana herself defended her actions publicly, citing her desire for personal happiness and pointing fingers at Aaron's financial situation. This statement sent shockwaves through fans and critics alike. People debated endlessly online, was she justified in seeking fulfillment elsewhere, or had she crossed a line that could never be undone? The drama escalated quickly. Aaron, feeling betrayed and publicly humiliated, confronted Brandon in a tense encounter that reportedly turned physical. Witnesses described a scene straight out of a reality TV brawl, heated words, aggressive gestures, and a level of emotion that made it impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, Brandon Jennings, ever the opportunist, seemed to thrive in the chaos. Reports suggest he purposefully masked himself in a hotel confrontation, a move that felt straight out of a movie, designed to maximize drama and viral potential. While Aaron fought to protect his dignity, Brandon leveraged every ounce of the scandal to increase his own notoriety, making headlines, giving interviews, and strategically releasing clips that kept him in the limelight. Social media erupted. Clips of Teyana, Aaron, and Brandon were shared endlessly, analyzed frame by frame, turned into memes, and dissected by influencers, reality TV commentators, and hip-hop enthusiasts. The story became a public spectacle, where private heartbreak collided with public entertainment. Teyana's reputation took a hit not because she made a personal choice, but because the world watched every misstep, every tear, every defensive statement. Meanwhile, Brandon Jennings seemed to understand the rules of the game: manipulate attention, create controversy, and turn scandal into personal gain. Analysts online noted that his every move appeared calculated, from the timing of his appearances to the content he chose to release. Anonymous insiders added layers to the story. Brandon knew exactly what he was doing, one source revealed. He wasn't just having fun, he was building a brand around chaos. Every leaked message, every video, every snippet was part of a bigger plan to profit from Teyana's fame. Meanwhile, other sources painted Teyana as someone caught between emotional desire and public expectation. Friends close to her insisted she felt trapped, pressured by the scrutiny and the need to maintain her image, while trying to navigate personal happiness. The public, however, wasn't sympathetic. Tweets, comments, and memes branded her name in ways that would haunt her for years, turning every mention into a punchline or a viral debate. Aaron Pierre's response was equally dramatic. While initially quiet, he eventually went public with his perspective, claiming that he only moved on after discovering Teyana's affair. His statements were calculated but filled with raw emotion, showcasing the pain of betrayal alongside the dignity of someone trying to reclaim his narrative. Observers noted that Aaron's handling of the situation contrasted sharply with Brandon's opportunistic behavior, one grounded in emotional truth, the other in strategic manipulation. The story, however, was far from straightforward. Brandon Jennings reportedly didn't stop at the affair. Rumors circulated that he was simultaneously involved with multiple women, including other rappers, and that he used blackmail and coercion to maintain control over Teyana. While nothing was officially verified, the speculation alone was enough to create a media frenzy. Every social media post, every subtle hint, every cryptic comment fueled endless discussions across platforms. Fans dissected every interaction, and entertainment outlets framed it as a saga of betrayal, ambition, and scandal. Teyana Taylor's public image suffered the most. Once celebrated for her loyalty and poise, she became a symbol of public vulnerability, her mistakes magnified in real time. Analysts in pop culture noted that the narrative aligned perfectly with the culture of reality TV and hip-hop drama, where personal decisions become content and emotional turmoil becomes entertainment. From battle rap communities to online fan pages, her name was now synonymous with scandal. Every new clip, every new rumor was treated as breaking news, and the story snowballed beyond the control of anyone involved. Meanwhile, Brandon Jennings capitalized fully. Interviews, viral posts, and strategic releases of video content made him a star in his own right, not for talent, not for artistry, but for his ability to manipulate perception and public attention. Reality TV producers and entertainment outlets reportedly took notice, seeing in him a perfect example of a personality who thrives in controversy, someone who can turn private scandal into a public spectacle that sells advertising, drives clicks, and fuels online debate. Amidst all this chaos, a subtle reconciliation between Teyana and Aaron was reportedly underway. While details remain unclear, insiders suggest that the pair were cautiously navigating a new chapter, balancing lingering emotions with the need to rebuild trust and public image. But the shadow of Brandon Jennings and the viral narrative he engineered still loomed large. Every attempt at private peace risked being disrupted by online scrutiny, leaks, and fan speculation. The scandal was not just personal, it became cultural. Analysts argued that it reflected the modern interplay of fame, social media, and celebrity relationships. The traditional boundaries between private and public life had eroded, and every decision was magnified, scrutinized, and monetized. In this environment, betrayal, scandal, and manipulation were no longer just personal dramas. They were content, they were currency, and they were entertainment. Teyana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, and Brandon Jennings became unwilling icons of this reality. Their choices, conflicts, and confrontations served as case studies for the power of social media, the hunger for viral content, and the unpredictable consequences of public exposure. Every leaked message, every viral clip, every dramatic statement was analyzed, dissected, and turned into endless speculation, reinforcing the public perception that nothing about celebrity life is ever private. and nothing about scandal ever fades. The tension was palpable, the stakes high and the drama irresistible. Fans debated endlessly online, dissecting motives, judging actions, and predicting outcomes. Would Teyana regain her dignity, or would the scandal define her for years to come? Would Aaron reclaim his narrative or remain forever tied to betrayal? And what about Brandon Jennings? Was he the ultimate opportunist, the villain, or just a player in a much bigger game? As the story unfolded, it became clear that the scandal was far more than a simple affair. It was a collision of loyalty and betrayal, fame and manipulation, love and ambition. Every interaction, every decision, every statement carried weight. And in a world where social media amplifies drama, where reality TV thrives on scandal, and where public perception can make or break a reputation, the saga of Teyana Taylor, Aaron Pierre, and Brandon Jennings became a blueprint for viral chaos, a story designed to shock, entertain, and dominate headlines. And just when it seemed like the drama had reached its peak, leaks, messages, and insider revelations kept pouring in, proving that in the world of celebrity scandal, there's no final act, only continuing twists. Fans couldn't look away, commentators couldn't stop talking, and the media had an endless supply of content to dissect. Every new rumor, every fresh clip, every emotional statement added fuel to the fire, ensuring that the saga would continue to dominate conversations across platforms. Teyana single quotes S choices. Aaron's reactions and Brandon's manipulations combined to create a perfect storm of scandal, entertainment, and viral fascination. The story wasn't just about an affair, it was about control, attention, and the way modern celebrity culture transforms private heartbreak into public spectacle. Every fan, every viewer, every online commentator became a part of the unfolding drama, contributing to a narrative that was bigger than any one person, bigger than any single relationship, and far more explosive than anyone had imagined. And as the dust settled only slightly, the world waited to see what would happen next. Would Aaron and Teyana find a way back to stability, or would Brandon's shadow continue to haunt every move? The suspense, the speculation, and the shock were far from over. As the fallout from the scandal grew, the public couldn't get enough. Every new clip of Teyana and Brandon together was dissected endlessly. The whispers about secret meetings, late-night texts, and hidden hotel encounters weren't just gossip, they were the fuel that kept social media ablaze. Fans and influencers started drawing comparisons to reality TV betrayals we had only seen on Love and Hip Hop or VH1 specials. And suddenly, Teyana's name wasn't just trending, it was permanent in every discussion about celebrity drama. Insiders revealed that Brandon Jennings wasn't simply in it for a fling. Multiple sources claimed that he had meticulously mapped out a strategy to maximize attention and public outrage. He knew how to time his appearances and leak moments, one anonymous insider said. Every clip that hit social media, every video of Teyana reacting, was designed to make him look like the underdog hero and Teyana as the woman caught in chaos. While fans debated the ethics, it was undeniable that Brandon had turned private chaos into his own personal spotlight, proving that scandal can be more profitable than talent in today's viral landscape. Meanwhile, Teyana's reaction was a mixture of defense and desperation. In statements to close friends and anonymous social media posts, she emphasized her right to happiness and criticized Aaron's financial stability. She claimed that her decisions were about empowerment, choice, and personal satisfaction. Yet the public wasn't buying it. Memes, viral clips, and commentary threads painted her as reckless, as if she had willingly traded loyalty for short-term excitement. The more she explained, the more the narrative seemed to twist against her, showing just how merciless the court of public opinion can be in the age of instant news and viral content. Aaron Pierre, for his part, became a symbol of the betrayed partner, a figure fans rallied behind. Statements he released to the media conveyed pain, heartbreak, and frustration, but also dignity. He emphasized that he only entered another relationship after discovering the affair, making him appear reactive rather than opportunistic. Analysts noted that his narrative contrasted sharply with Brandon's manipulative, calculated approach. Aaron's image became that of the loyal man wronged, the one who had been blindsided but refused to be silenced or diminished by betrayal. The complexity of the scandal grew as reports surfaced about Brandon's alleged involvement with other high-profile figures in the music industry. Sources claimed he was simultaneously involved with two other female rappers, including a former flame, adding layers of deception, manipulation, and potential blackmail. It wasn't just a love triangle, one insider explained. It was a calculated web of influence, connections, and personal gain. Brandon knew exactly how to keep Teyana and the public hooked, and he played every part like a master chess player, whether this was true or exaggerated. The rumor mill ensured that every social media thread, every entertainment outlet, and every conversation became a platform for debate, speculation, and viral storytelling. What made this scandal even more explosive was the sheer public engagement. Fans dissected every Instagram story, every TikTok video, every tweet from the parties involved. Reality TV commentators and online hosts created detailed analyses, comparing the situation to legendary betrayals in hip-hop history, while meme accounts transformed Teyana's dilemmas into entertainment gold. In many ways, the story transcended reality and became cultural commentary on celebrity life, social media influence, and the power dynamics in relationships under the public eye. Meanwhile, Brandon Jennings' strategy unfolded like a scripted drama. Interviews, viral clips, and carefully curated posts made him seem untouchable, almost untouchably clever. He manipulated narrative perception, presenting himself as the bold, daring figure while subtly framing Teyana and Aaron in ways that kept viewers constantly guessing. Each release of content seemed intentional, aimed at maximizing shock value, clicks, and engagement metrics. Entertainment outlets from E! News to Bravo were reportedly taking notes, seeing in him a new type of celebrity who thrived on controversy and mastered the art of public manipulation. Sources close to Teyana described her as conflicted. While she maintained a brave front publicly, privately she was navigating intense pressure, scrutiny, and criticism. The juxtaposition of public defense and private uncertainty made her a magnetic figure for fans and commentators alike. It wasn't just about a relationship, it was about persona, perception, and survival in a world where personal mistakes are broadcast globally in seconds. Every misstep was amplified, every emotional moment dissected, and every decision analyzed for virality. Aaron supporters, however, weren't silent. Online campaigns and fan threads rallied behind him, labeling him a figure of integrity and resilience in the face of betrayal. Discussions on fan forums debated every nuance. Did Teyana make a mistake, or was Brandon's influence too strong to resist? Could Aaron ever trust her again, or was this the definitive end? The questions alone kept audiences engaged, speculating and returning for every update, turning personal heartbreak into content that fed the insatiable appetite of social media and viral news culture. One of the most shocking aspects reported by insiders was the alleged escalation of confrontation between Aaron and Brandon. Anonymous sources claimed a hotel encounter turned physical, though the details were never fully verified. What was verified, however, was the emotional intensity surrounding the situation and the way both parties leveraged the narrative for public attention. While Aaron's physical involvement was framed as defensive, Brandon's alleged strategic presence in a mask added an almost cinematic, villainous flair, capturing the imagination of fans and fueling endless discussion across platforms. Social media response was instantaneous and unrelenting. Fans dissected body language, choice of words, and timing of posts. Commentary threads multiplied, comparing the scandal to the most infamous celebrity betrayals in recent history. Every rumor, every clip, and every cryptic message was treated as breaking news. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter became battlegrounds for debate, mockery, and analysis. The story had transcended personal scandal and entered the realm of cultural spectacle, where celebrity drama becomes content and personal heartbreak becomes public obsession. As the scandal unfolded, The narrative began to influence reality TV and pop culture in unexpected ways. Entertainment producers, always hunting for drama, reportedly saw the story as a template for future projects. Jennings, whether intentionally or not, became a figure illustrating the new rules of celebrity influence: manipulate attention, generate controversy, and convert personal chaos into marketable content. Every viral clip, every public interaction, every leak contributed to an ecosystem where scandal equaled power, engagement, and career opportunities. Meanwhile, Teyana and Aaron attempted to navigate reconciliation, though the details remained murky. Sources suggested that conversations behind closed doors were tense, emotional, and strategic. While some insiders claimed they were slowly rebuilding trust, others argued the damage was too deep, the public scrutiny too intense, and the viral narrative too powerful to allow for true private resolution. Every attempt at peace risked being derailed by social media leaks, ongoing speculation, and the constant presence of Jennings as the lingering wild card in the drama, even beyond personal relationships. The scandal highlighted the broader intersection of celebrity culture, social media, and public perception. Analysts noted that the story exemplified how private affairs are weaponized for attention, fame, and influence. Teyana's decisions, Aaron's reactions, and Brandon's manipulations created a layered narrative that was equal parts entertainment, public spectacle, and cultural commentary. Every fan reaction, meme, and discussion contributed to a cycle where scandal fueled engagement, and engagement reinforced scandal, creating an unstoppable feedback loop of drama and virality. The narrative also extended into financial speculation. Fans debated how Brandon might be leveraging the situation for personal gain, from potential reality TV appearances to sponsorships and public appearances. The rumor mill suggested he was strategically building a personal brand based on controversy, demonstrating an understanding of how modern celebrity thrives not solely on talent, but on influence, visibility, and the ability to control the narrative of public attention. The drama became so pervasive that even casual observers were swept into the whirlwind. Conversations at social gatherings, online comment sections, and media analysis shows became dominated by debates over loyalty, betrayal, strategy, and reputation. Every move by Teyana, Aaron, or Brandon was scrutinized, dissected, and endlessly replayed. And in the world of viral entertainment, there is no reset button. Every action leaves a permanent trace in digital memory, where scandals can be revisited, remixed, and monetized indefinitely. By this point, it was clear that the situation had evolved beyond a simple love triangle. It had become a case study in manipulation, strategy, and the mechanics of modern celebrity scandal. Each participant played a role. Teyana as the conflicted star caught between desire and public expectation. Aaron as the loyal partner betrayed yet striving to reclaim dignity. And Brandon as the opportunist leveraging every element of chaos to his advantage. The tension, stakes, and narrative complexity created a perfect storm that captivated audiences, commanded attention, and dominated headlines across platforms. And even as the story seemed to simmer, the leaks, insider reports, and viral clips kept the fire alive. Every new revelation, every twist in the narrative ensured that the public remained glued to the drama. The emotional, psychological, and cultural dimensions of the scandal intertwined, producing a saga that was far more than a personal affair. It was entertainment, spectacle, and a masterclass in viral celebrity manipulation. As the scandal reached fever pitch, the ripple effects were undeniable. Social media had become a relentless microscope, examining every glance, every text, every cryptic post. Fans and commentators weren't just observing, they were orchestrating the narrative in real time, turning every minor detail into major drama. Analysts noted that in today's celebrity culture, private decisions rarely remain private. Teyana Taylor's choices had now transcended personal heartbreak, transforming into a cultural phenomenon. Every rumor, every leaked clip, every insider whisper became content, fueling endless debates and viral speculation. The public backlash was swift and brutal, Hip-hop forums, reality TV pages, and social media threads erupted with opinions, dissecting Teyana's actions and questioning her loyalty. Some fans framed her as a woman seeking personal happiness in a world of rigid expectations. Others portrayed her as reckless, manipulative, and careless, putting her own desires above a relationship that once seemed untouchable. Comments ranged from sympathetic to scathing, highlighting the intense scrutiny that comes with living life in the viral spotlight. Every meme, every caption, and every tweet solidified her position as a permanent figure in ongoing pop culture conversation. Aaron Pierre, meanwhile, continued to navigate the narrative with a mix of dignity and raw emotion. While some speculated he might retaliate with public statements or media appearances, insiders reported he focused on rebuilding his own life and image. Fans rallied behind him, amplifying his version of events, praising his loyalty, and framing him as a counterbalance to Brandon Jennings' calculated manipulations. It was a public tug-of-war, one side fueled by emotion, the other by strategy, and audiences couldn't get enough. Brandon Jennings, on the other hand, seemed to flourish under the chaos. Analysts suggested he had masterfully turned personal scandal into professional gain. Reports claimed he secured new media opportunities, interviews, and even offers for reality TV appearances. He turned private drama into his own platform, an anonymous source said. Every leak, every story, every clip worked in his favor, even as criticism mounted. His name remained trending, proving that in the age of viral culture, controversy often translates into influence, visibility, and financial opportunity. The alleged legal implications began to surface as well. While no formal lawsuits were reported, speculative discussions filled online commentary. Could Aaron pursue legal action for defamation or harassment? Were there grounds for Brandon being accused of manipulation or coercion? Analysts and social media lawyers debated the possibilities endlessly, each twist and leak fueling more questions than answers. Even without official proceedings, the perception of scandal created a sense of accountability, or at least the illusion of it, in the court of public opinion. Financial speculation added another layer. Sources hinted that Brandon Jennings' carefully timed public appearances and viral posts could be monetized, turning personal scandal into tangible revenue streams. Sponsorships, brand deals, and reality TV opportunities reportedly became available simply because of his ability to manipulate attention. The story, analysts argued, illustrated the modern equation of fame. Scandal plus exposure equals influence. Influence equals opportunity, and opportunity equals profit. Teyana and Aaron, caught in the whirlwind, were largely reactive, while Brandon's calculated moves positioned him as the architect of his own narrative. The emotional fallout for Teyana Taylor was equally dramatic. Behind closed doors, friends and insiders described her as conflicted, haunted by public judgment and the weight of viral scrutiny. Every attempt at explanation, defense, or personal reflection was dissected online, with critics ready to pounce on perceived contradictions or inconsistencies. "It's exhausting," one insider said. "She's trying to navigate her personal life, but the world treats every choice as content." The pressure, combined with the intensity of fan reactions and media speculation, created a perfect storm, leaving Teyana emotionally vulnerable while the public spectacle continued unabated. Public debates reached a fever pitch. Twitter threads, Instagram comment sections, and TikTok analysis videos became arenas for fans to argue endlessly about motives, loyalty, and moral responsibility. Was Teyana justified in seeking happiness elsewhere? Was Aaron the ultimate victim, or could he have anticipated betrayal? And where did Brandon's opportunism end and manipulation begin? Every perspective was amplified, every theory dissected, and every fan interaction contributed to the ongoing frenzy. The story had become a living, breathing ecosystem of speculation, viral content, and cultural obsession. Entertainment media outlets seized the moment. From the BC to E! News, from VH1 specials to Bravo commentary, every angle of the scandal was covered. Analysis segments compared the triangle to historic celebrity betrayals, dissected body language and leaked footage, and theorized on future developments. Reality TV insiders suggested the saga could inspire storylines, spin-offs, or even documentary-style specials. The narrative wasn't just about personal drama anymore. It was a cultural commodity, packaged and sold to an audience hungry for scandal and intrigue. The psychological dimension added yet another layer. Observers noted that Teyana's attempts to balance personal agency with public expectation highlighted the tension between private desire and performative image. Aaron's reactions illustrated the strain of loyalty betrayed and the challenge of reclaiming personal narrative. Brandon's calculated actions demonstrated the power of influence in a world where perception often outweighs reality. Together, the three created a case study in celebrity dynamics, public scrutiny, and the mechanics of viral scandal. As months passed, the situation evolved, but the tension remained. Insider reports suggested tentative reconciliation attempts between Teyana and Aaron, though they were complicated by ongoing public attention and Brandon's lingering influence. The triangle, however, had already left a permanent mark on pop culture, creating memes, viral clips, and commentary that would be referenced for years. Social media never let the story fade, and every new fan reaction media segment or viral clip reinforced its place in contemporary celebrity lore. The lessons of the scandal were multifaceted. For fans, it was a reminder that loyalty, love, and personal happiness can collide with public perception in unpredictable ways. For the industry, it demonstrated the mechanics of influence, manipulation, and monetization in the age of viral culture. And for Teyana, Aaron, and Brandon, it was a harsh illustration of the stakes involved when private drama enters the public arena, where every misstep becomes permanent, every emotional moment is dissected, and every relationship becomes a story for the world to consume. In the end, this wasn't just about an affair. It was about strategy, perception, and the transformation of private heartbreak into public spectacle. It was about the ways in which celebrity, media, and viral culture intersect to create narratives that captivate, scandalize, and dominate public attention. Teyana's choices, Aaron's loyalty, and Brandon's calculated maneuvers created a perfect storm of drama, suspense, and entertainment, proving that in today's world, personal lives are never private, and scandals are never truly over. The saga left fans asking, who really won? Who was the manipulator? Who was the manipulator?